Wellness Wednesday. I'm Leisha, tobacco treatment specialist, and we are going to talk today a little bit about habit loops. As you may recall, previous video we talked about triggers. So kind of going into the next step, now that you recognize your triggers, how can you make some changes in those habit loops that you may have just throughout your day in regards to your smoking. So a habit loop is really a trigger, and then a routine, and then a reward. So those three steps kind of make that circle. Once you know your trigger, you can really start to think about, okay, when I have this trigger, what happens? What do I do next? What are my next steps? Sometimes this can be hard because it may be automatic. It may be something that you may not even think about that you're doing in the moment until you've already lit the cigarette, or maybe you've already smoked the cigarette. So being able to think that through before you even hit the trigger is good once you recognize the triggers. And then finding a way to change up that habit loop. We all have habit loops. It can be around different things, not necessarily always around smoking. So you can kind of use this strategy with other things in your life, but we'll focus on the smoking. But thinking, okay, so if my trigger is being on the phone and then I go outside and I smoke, those are my steps after the trigger. What can you put in place to change that routine so that you're not going to that cigarette or going straight outside? So it might be, okay, when I'm on the phone, I'm gonna make sure I don't go outside, I stay inside so that I don't smoke. It could be even just changing where you put your cigarettes so that it makes you think about what you're doing in the moment, and so it's not so automatic. You can also think about the reward side. What can you do to reward yourself when you're not smoking? So as you've changed that routine, you're not smoking, when you have that trigger, now what can you do to reward yourself at the end? It could be something simple. It could just be, hey, I'm gonna relax for a few minutes, I'm gonna take a hot bath. Just do something that's for you that you would really enjoy. So think about these triggers, think about your habit loops and how you can make these changes, and this will really help you getting through that process of quitting smoking.